where's the PDP as we speak today?
Thank you very much, indeed, Rufai.
Yeah. Where's the PDP as we speak today? Dead, in coma, struggling to live. Yorubas have a saying. They call it Agbedemeji Onwa Yi Onworun. What it means, in between being dead and alive. And that's where I'd like to put the PDP today. The PDP is so dead that in courts, they couldn't even determine who to represent them in a case that borders around their convention, which they call their revival. The National Legal Advisor was fighting with the party chairman as regards representation. They had to adjourn the case till the 16th.
Now, I just want you to please pay attention to this video. Listen to this video to the end. You know, now APC are celebrating that the World Bank has rated them high again. Now they are celebrating. You could remember last month or a couple of weeks ago when, not even last month, still this month or towards ending of last month, when they say IMF, World Bank, saying that APC government, they should be very careful that they have thrown 130 million, 139 million into poverty, the abject poverty. APC, they dismissed that. They dismissed that from the World Bank. They said it's a lie. What statistics? How did you get your data, your information? Blah, blah, blah. It's a lie. Now, that one, heaven nearly broke loose because of that. That World IMF doesn't know what they are doing, doesn't know what they are saying. Today, they say IMF had came up a day to rate them high, that they are doing well, their sense of growth, this and that. Now APC are celebrating. I think this one we call for a celebration. They can go to the church too for a Thanksgiving. That's how bad APC is, for you to know. Now take your time, listen to this video to the end, so that you understand what I'm saying. We'll come back and talk about it. But please, like, share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you have done so, please, thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed, today is your first time, please do me a favor, like, share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Then hit the notification bell so that you get to see notification when a video like this is being posted next time. Let's go.
That's how dead the party is. Umba has finally stepped out of this boat. Some will call it sinking ship. And what killed the PDP should be on record. Selfishness. The fact that people forget the fundamentals of a political party and how people must concede for one another. Some will make the argument along the lines is, yes, Atiku Abubakar, power should have been ceded to the southeast. There should be a running candidate from the southeast. But after that, shouldn't the party recalibrate? But because people like Wike still hold the ace in the party, and it's them or no other way. The case of Udo Okoye is another one. Anyanwu had his way because he was being backed by some people in the party. And those were the reasons cited by Governor Umba. But is joining APC the solution? Time will tell. Because APC too has its own struggles, has its own squabbles. And as long as you're a political party in this country, nobody runs things based on ideology. The only reason why APC is put together the way it is today, because there's a larger pot to share. And you know why there's a larger pot to share? Because APC is the current power in party, is the current party in government. And you see, Nigerians have a nature, a behavioral pattern, where they are very subservient to power. And I can posit it for you. If any political party gets to power today, everybody will gravitate to join that political party. So with this, is Umba going to be able to assert himself and win the next Enugu elections? Time will tell. But also, there's a big myth I keep hearing. The traditional stronghold of the PDP being the Southeast. No. Peter Obi proved all of that wrong in the last election. Labour had a sweep on the Southeast. And there were states that were heavily tilted towards the PDP. There were even some states that were controlled by an APC governor. But Labour still won in those states. So what are we talking about? The truth of the matter is, the strength of whoever is put forward also matters a great deal. Umba too should not go to sleep. Because let's not forget, he barely did win the election. We all know how Nkanu decided the election when he went up against Edoga. And Edoga was a strong candidate of the Labour Party. So the truth is, when all of these governors defect because their political party have not done them well, I know it's not in the constitution yet, but we should also ask them that if they truly believe in their conviction, could they also stake their seats and run up in an election after their defection? Because you see, when we build a politics where people can just defect and move on to another political party, it destroys the political fabric of every nation. And that's what is happening today. And it's easy because it's in favor of the incumbent party. Probably if a governor defects to another party against the incumbent party, I'm probably sure the anti-graft agencies will be chasing the governor. But all of this will pan out very soon. We'll see if Umba will be able to hold his ace in Enugu. And we'll see if there's going to be a strong contender. Let's see. Will there be a Labour wave like it happened in the 2023 elections? Only time will tell. Moving further today is the conversation about the economy. In fact, some cheering news and congrats to this government. Because when I was at the IMF spring meetings earlier this year, the forecasts were not good. So if you have a 0.5, 0.9% forecast increase, it's a good one. But the question is, with all the revenue this government claims we are making, we're taking a whole lot more loans. And that's the imbalance. We are shoring up our reserves, but we are taking loans to be able to pay for our hitherto Euro bonds. And in all of the spending the government claims they are doing, we are not seeing the reflection on the economy. Inflation, yes, going down, but it's still high. We talk about stability, yes, it's been able to stabilize about 1,500, but that's not still the true value of the naira. If you are to check for the fair value of naira based on purchasing power parity, some literature will tell you it should be about 1,100, 1,200. So we still have a lot of challenges, and then there's still a lot of bloated contracts, and there's still a lot of financial flights and illicit financial flows out of the country. So that's why you have a level of imbalance. But the amazing thing about these governments, and the hypocritical thing is, now that IMF has increased their projections, they will accept it. In fact, they will go on a chest beating parade. But if IMF now reminds them of illicit financial flows, they'll shrug and say, oh, IMF does not know what IMF is saying. We want this country to grow, but we also want things to be done sensibly. And as we speak today, a lot of things do not make sense in the economy. A country that claims it's doing so well in revenue, but could only give about 15% of the capital budget of the healthcare sector to the health ministry. I didn't say that, the health minister said that. A country that still has close to 80% of its primary healthcare centers not in great shape. So where is all of this money we're making feeding back into the people's life? And that's the mismatch as regards the state of play of the economy. And when you see this giant stride has announced what Shell is doing, yes, investing in a field that has not been invested in about 40 years, which is a good one. 350 million cubic feet, about 60,000 barrels per day, which is a good one. We want to be able to see this outflow in the lives of the people. Because the problem with all of this is you can talk about the big headlines in Nigeria, but the people are always left behind. Nobody cares or caters to the hopes and aspirations of the people in all of these matters. So when we look critically, how does all of these big headlines fit into the lives of the people? A people that have been thrown into poverty. 139 million people living in absolute dire poverty. The number is still increasing by the day. People can hardly have food on their table. If this government wants people to really feel the impact, it is not by cash transfers that becomes questionable in the end and people start to ask questions. It is by targeting things that really affect the people. Healthcare, education, water provision. We live in a city that is said to be one of the most economically viable cities in Africa. But have you tried opening your tap and see if it's going to run from public water? Where's the state of water? Where's the state of sanitation? With the wealth we claim we have, we still have a lot of open defecation. So those are the conversations, and this is beyond the headlines. The headline, investment coming in, but does it trickle down to the people? These are the questions we need to answer this morning. It's time for a short...
President Andrea Jadina also called for dialogue, and you did say earlier that no time for dialogue. But in the space of good governance, isn't dialogue another tool to get better governance for the people?
When somebody is trying to play pranks on you, don't give him that opportunity and privilege. He has been there first time, have you?
Yes, this is the second time in office.
Why didn't he do those things in his first time in office? So he knew that he needed to talk to, because they now rose up. If they had kept quiet, will he call for any dialogue? He didn't call for dialogue in his first term while he was doing what he was doing. He didn't remember that these people are there, that these people are becoming impatient too. He just believed that nothing will happen since he has the military.
So Barrister, again, the concern now is when government calls for dialogue and then the people who are adrift and agitating choose not to come for this kind of dialogue, are we seeing some path of governance that is not supposed to be seen at all? Because I say this because in Nigeria, the academic staff union of universities ASUU are on strike. And the Minister of Education also did say that they are calling for dialogue. So when this call for dialogue comes, Barrister, help Africans understand, isn't it about time that the people agitating should also come to a round table to have this dialogue?
No, if you know that this dialogue is to whittle down your strength, is to play pranks on you, is to make promises that they have always done. This also matter. Do you remember how many times? Do you remember how many times this government have been dilly-dallying over this ASUU and their matter? The most annoying thing now for our ASUU is that the 50 billion they have told the whole world that they are giving them, they didn't see any money. The money is still with the government. because they are talking of sharing formula and all that. Eh? They didn't see any money. And you are telling the whole world that you are giving them money. You know, so these are the issues. There are times government call for discussion only to what? To whittle down your spirit, to slow you down, to capture your agitation and all that. Nothing else. Just, I mean, you can see when they give strike notice, government will not do anything until 11th hour, a day to the strike date. You see government now say, come, let's discuss. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? After they have made all the preparation, mobilize all their members all over the country, put up the logistics and all that. You now want to rubbish all those things. What were you doing for the past 3 weeks that they gave the notice? What were you doing? You can see. So it's deliberate. And so when you know that government is trying to play, don't give them that opportunity. They have discussed enough. They have discussed enough. That's what I'm saying. They had all the chance. Even the minister is telling you now that he did not receive any letter. He did not, and when he now received the letter, he didn't do anything since February. Since February, he said he didn't know how to contact ASUU. ASUU have been making things difficult and all that. Is it true? At a point, he said that they didn't see any letter. When he eventually saw it in February, from February till now, they didn't do anything. And you are now calling for dialogue, and you want them to come and listen to you, Abi?
Unfortunately, Barrister, the trust deficits between the governing bodies and the people seem to be consistently grow in its largest of numbers, and this is a concerning factor. I say this because of the next story.
A lot of issues. This is what APC want. The APC government, Tinubu, especially Bayo Onanuga, will be very happy. He's excited now, listening to for what the World Bank has said, that they are growing, they are improving. Things are going well. Now, my question is, with this one, that the World Bank has rated them high, the GDP, they are doing well, at least there are sense of growth. How has it changed your daily living? Has your daily expenses, has it changed? No. They just want to be truthful to yourselves. With what the World Bank has said before, what they are saying now, with a couple of weeks now, that the thing has dropped, inflation's dropping, is still very high, that they are making more money, there is signs of development. So how has it changed your daily living, your daily expenses? How has it reduced it? Has it been reduced? No. Has food and services, goods and services, price of goods and services, has they been reduced in the market when you go to the market? No. Within the space of time, the World Bank said 130 million has been thrown into poverty by Tinubu's government. So within this space of time, how many people has been pulled out of that poverty? Now that there is signs of growth or the inflation's dropping, how many people has been pulled out of that poverty? No percentage for that. You see, the last time where they said that, they were very angry. Where did you get your data from? That's a lie. That statistics is not right. But they didn't tell us then. But now they are happy, they can celebrate, rejoice. Right? Anyways, let's leave that. The Nigerian people understand what the games, the APC government and the World Bank, IMF, what they are doing, the games they are playing. We understand. Now, 2 years, after 2 years down the line, now 2 years now, right? We continue to, this is the topic. We'll be talking about this today, like this. No changes. This is how we are going to talk. 2 years is the second 2 years, the second phase of the 4 years tenure is going again. It's going again. It's less than 2 years. Now, next year is all about elections. At that time, is it that the inflation will increase? Because when election comes, you expect everything to go up again. And even dollars will be increased again because they need more dollars at that time. The rate of dollar will be increased. Then there will be increase in some of these things you buy today. You think they are cheaper. They will be increased. Do you understand? Just wait till next year when election comes. Or they are already holding some dollars a day. With that scarcity of that dollar or the rate at which they are demanding for it, everything will go up. Just wait and see. And now again, when you say, okay, I hope you know now that the ASUU, they are threatening you, they want to go on strike, or they are even started. The problem is, or the question here is, you know, when you ask government, what is government doing? What has it done in office? They will say, net fund, that is doing well. Is giving loans, student loan to student. Now, my question is, somebody that could or that able to give student loan to student is the same person who has not able to meet ASUU demands. What are their demands? Is it not same money? Meet up with the terms and conditions. The terms and conditions, is it something that is not doable? It is doable. It is money that we need. Right? It is money. So how do you tell me, make sense out of it? you giving students loan, the same students you are giving loan, you do not meet the terms and condition of the schools or the lecturers to teach the students. So the students should take loan and go back home. Take the loan to go and spend the money at home without receiving lectures. So you make sense out of it now. You're giving students loan so that they can go to school and learn. Yes, those people who is in charge, the authority, the school authority, where they are going to learn, the lecturers that's going to teach them, you don't look into their welfare, you don't pay them. You expect this once the lecturer goes on strike. So what happens? The student will be at home. They'll spend the money, even if they are paid for the tuition fee already. So you are only expanding the lifespan of the time they are supposed to pay the money. That's not a good one. That makes sense. That's not a good one. Why would they wait until the last minute before they start talking about dialogue? This something has even they want Tinubu took over. Was it these issues has been on ground? Yes, we know every government call they keep on talking about ASUU. Now the thing is, somebody will say, "What did you do?" Jenny Buhari, is it not the same thing? Tinubu is doing well. No, what do you say? I don't want somebody to keep reminding me of the past. The past was not good enough. That's why we needed somebody to help us. Tinubu K said under his watch, all this will not happen again. That was his campaign matches. That student will not go, ASUU will not go on strike. So why 2 years after you are not able to solve the common one issues in this country? Everything you campaigned on, you're not able to solve one to say, okay, because of you, we used to have this before under the previous administration. Now Tinubu K, we don't have this again. Issue of ASUU, these are the major issues that's disturbing Nigerians. Now those things you are not able to solve one. You say you have put an end, a stop to this. It's not going to happen. It's not going to come up again. ASUU strike, so that 4 years for students will be 4 years, 5 years will be 5 years. You are not able to solve that halfway. You say you are giving students low, yet the lecturers are on strike. Issue of electricity, you are not able to do anything. You are not able to solve it, yet the bills, the tariffs increasing every time. Tell me. I don't get it. You say you are not. What bank? You say you are doing this. We are making more money, revenue increasing. We are still borrowing more money. So what are we borrowing more money for? If you are doing well in your company, this is your company. Last year, your company was bad. You borrowed more money last year to improve your productivities, right? To bring in more goods, right? Because that year you didn't do well. You borrow more money so that you can meet up, right? Now, this year, God so happy, God so kind. You are now making more money. Your revenue is increasing. You are making more money. What do? You pay your debt. If you pay, now you are paying your debt. Do you continue to borrow more money again? Even if you are not able to pay your debt, the borrowing should stop. You shouldn't be borrowing more money again. So it makes sense out of it as a businessman. No, it makes sense out of it. Now, when you talk, you say this and this and this and that. No, stop reminding me of the past. Now, somebody will come tomorrow and start reminding of Tinubu's in office. Tinubu's term in office. So now, APC, PDP are all decamping. Now, be truthful to yourself. Are these people decamping because Tinubu has done well? Which area has it done well to deserve this level of PDP members, other party defection to APC? Tell me, what has it done? Because they know that, anyways, like this one who just recently decamped. When you talk about decamp, when somebody decamp, left your party, he's going to leave a huge is going to affect the party. You know the level of calibers that will leave the party, that you feel that somebody left your party. It has a lot of influence in your party. A lot of people, a lot of persons are going with him. Not Peter Mbana, the Enugu State governor. That one does not have the political. When it comes to politics, who knows that one as a politician? How many crowd do you control? Who are you going to? How many people? Decamp with you as a sitting governor? You know how you managed to win that election. Do you understand? So when I'm not even here talking about what those people decamping is not even my problem, because decamping does not change the realities. It does not put food on somebody's table. You were in PDP, you're not able to do well. Now you join the APC, the evil party. Is it when you join APC, who does not mean well for the country, that you are able to do well for the citizens? That one is out of it. It shows that you are just there because you want to win second term election, because it's going to be a battle for you to be able to win the election, since APCs are the APC want to take over, not because people want to vote for APC, because Tinubu want to make command to the Supreme Court. Because any election now, the governors are contesting against PDP, APC governors are contesting against the ruling party of PDP in different states. The election, I don't think they are going to have a winner through the polling unit. The election is going to go to the Supreme Court. So once it gets to the court, then Tinubu has already made order that, hey, give it to APC. That's it. Because these people, they don't want to lose second term, or they want their this thing to take over from them. They want to bring in their person to be able to take over from them. They want their successor. So that is it, not because Tinubu has done well. Somebody should get that clear. These people are just there because they want second term. They don't want stress. They want stress. They don't want to go to the Supreme Court dragging with APC. You could remember, this is just a typical example. What happened in Edo State? Tinubu make order. I'll give you Edo State. He did it. It's the reason why today Okpebholo is lawyer. Okpebholo is ready to lick the ground where Tinubu stepped on because of the favor Tinubu did. Who would have thought Okpebholo would become a governor of Edo State? These are the issues. For me, Tinubu has not done anything good to deserve second term in office, and that is the truth. If you like, argue. Anyways, please share this video. And APC, PDP is even why I bring PDP in all of this, but they don't have choice. They are being, in fact, overwhelmed. The pressure is too much for them. They can't take it. You don't know the pressure they are putting on these people. Otherwise, a lot of things will stop. They will not get access to a lot of things. So they just have to close eyes and do it. Not because Tinubu has done well. Especially the issue of Rivers State, a declaration of emergency in Rivers State, removing the sitting governor. Even Constitution does not give Tinubu the right to do so. So this is it. This governor, they are scared of their tenure. Everybody wants to do 4 years. They want to do 8 years. That's just the basic truth here. Anyways, let's see what happens. 2027 is already here. It is well. But please share this video, like, share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. All this they are doing. The only thing I'm asking Tinubu should do, National Assembly should do, sign electoral reformatory law. We don't have to wait or go to the Supreme Court to tell us the winner of the election. The polling unit, that's why we have INEC. So we have INEC put things in order, tell us the winner, not the Supreme Court. If we are to wait for the Supreme Court to tell us the winner of the election, we shouldn't have INEC. Let us do it from the polling unit, bring result, declare yourself the winner. After declaring yourself the winner, anybody who does not accept the result, then we cannot go to the court. We are not waiting for INEC to make official statement to tell us that this person won the election. Then after, the realities, what you see at the polling unit, different from the statement from INEC who won the election. So that caused confusions. So if having INEC again is still going to cause confusion or telling us, not able to tell us the truth of who won the election, we should as well just do away with INEC, not having anything to do with INEC chairman. Okay, let them be there to, in terms of logistics or that election day materials and everything. INEC should not tell us who won the election, not after the INEC, which the body they're supposed to be an independent to do everything independently. Yet will not politicians, the candidate will not take the statement from INEC because they are being biased because of the corruption. So let's just do away with INEC. Everybody goes to the court. There at that polling unit, anybody who has the authentic result, the evidence to prove himself truly win the election will go. At the end of the day, when you're asking INEC to give you this, to give you that document, INEC will not even give you. Anyway, please share this video. That does not change my mind who I'm going to vote for. I also believe that it does not change your mind. Having this level of defection to APC, it does not change the realities. It does not solve the hunger in the society. It does not change anything. So it does not change your mind. Take your mind away from who you think is going to do the job better. Since Tinubu has failed, are you going to continue to vote for a failure? To repeat a class? No. Please share this video and follow for more. Subscribe to this YouTube channel.